Pa! Why do I keep doing that? Guys, Facebook, guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I forgot my damn pen, man, and got to get that in my hand. Happy Thursday. Happy National Bagel Day for all my bagel-loving friends out there. And it's Energy Saving Week. So I got a question for you guys. Not that they're talking like electrical, but we're kind of electrical as well. What was your predominant thought today? I had the day off. I switched my days off. Normally I had Tuesday. Now I got Thursday. Had a chance to go see Mom. I can't imagine what other drivers are thinking when they pass me by on the road. I mean, I got this proverbial smile on my face. And I do that for a reason. I mean, literally, you have to train yourself to emit the kind of energy that you want. And I practice this every day. And people must think I'm freaking nuts. But it's also, which I had to avoid a lot today, it's National Pothole Day. You know, the Romans figured it out thousands of years ago to build roads that would virtually last thousands of years. We can't build a road to last a season. I mean, construction is just everywhere. I don't get it. Maybe it's, they know a secret, keeps people employed. That's great. But I mean, guys, the roads are just out of bounds, man. But I'm going to get right to it. Get right back to the question I asked you guys. What was your predominant thought today? And a lot of you can say, oh, it was about the X. Okay, fine. Or it was about, I got to pay a bill that I don't have the money for. Okay, fine. What was your predominant feeling behind that? Because when I was doing research for tonight's show, I came upon a word that I knew about, not a lot of, but it's like the match that lights the fire. It kind of kicks the atoms in the ass to get moving, and they're called photons. And there was a study in 97, and that's how short, this is how far we've come in a couple decades. They're learning so much about the complexity of understanding the biochemistry and how it's affected by our thoughts every day. And there was a study done in 97 in Switzerland. It's called the twin photon experiment. Basically, they took a photon. It might be boring to you guys, but believe me when I tell you, information is key. It's understanding this immense faculty that we are. I mean, this mass that is creating out there. But they conducted an experiment in 97. They took a photon, split it in half, shipped one way and shipped another one another way, of the same piece, mind you. And what they found out was, indeed, photons do have a memory. They have their own structure of how they were conditioned to ignite. These things here reacted and acted the exact same way at these mass distances that these physicists, where they put them. So it bears the question, do our thoughts travel? Yes, indeed. Now imagine the amount of photons we have in us. Those little sparklers there, imagine. And I wrote the word down because I kept saying it the wrong way. Sextillion. Wow, that's 21 zeros. The amount of matches we have floating around within us that are lighting the spark and influencing atoms. And I'll give you the exact definition. What they do with that, and it's actually coming to the point where their hypothesis of this, it actually carries consciousness. So think about that the next time you relish or reflect on a predominant thought in your life. That's an energy going from one area to another area. It's in a constant wave, and it's flowing in our lives. It may sound complex, but understanding how you operate, how you understand what's going on under a hood, is prevalent. And basically, a photon is a massless particle carrying electromagnetic energy. They are not atoms, but they interact with them. Talk about an influence. It's like motivation for your thoughts. I mean, how you feel every day affects every part of you indeed. And this clarifies that indeed thoughts travel. Our collective consciousness is traveling everywhere. They've proven it in so many ways now. But that experiment there, now imagine sextillion of them traveling. I mean, seriously. I mean, it sounds it's kind of overwhelming to people, but our thoughts are everything. I love what Bruce Lee said about this. He said, motivation fades, discipline stays. Show up every day, even when you don't feel like it. That to me, I love that, because there's going to be days where, the best self isn't going to show up, but you have to realize, and I say it all the time here in American Mentor, your life literally depends on it. What kind of energy are you giving out every day? What kind of energy are you sending out for the world to see? Are you showing your best self? Because it doesn't really matter what you're showing the world, what you're emitting to the world. It flows through us, where our thoughts, indeed start the process, but our energy is what creates matter. That there alone should wake you the hell up and understand. And they actually said it in Proverbs as well, which is great. They said, as in water, face reflects face, so in heart of a man reflects the man. So the question lies, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go through this process every day of monitoring your thoughts? To me, that's the easy part. That's the easy part, because the 60 to 70,000 thoughts, and that's an estimate, mind you, that we have every day. I mean, I've said it before many times here. I must have 80 to 100. But overthinking is good. Honestly, overthinking is good, because it depends on what you're overthinking about. Like I spent today overthinking about emitting this energy that I want to send out, because I know I'm going to get it back. People forget about that. They become complacent. They take life for granted. I mean, life indeed is a gift. So what are you opening up, man? What kind of gift are you giving yourself? Are you reflecting on... There's nothing wrong with reflection. I love the memories. I check them every day. I love looking back on what has happened in my life, how far I've come. But the question lies, how do you feel about what has happened in your life? Because what you influence, how you feel about what's going on in your life, you're just affecting every photon, atom, and every aspect of you from tip to toe to emit this energy that's going to create the next step. And to me, that's key. It's truly understanding the thoughts and patterns. And there's nothing wrong with overthinking. It's how you're feeling about what you're thinking about, which is key. So, abstract thoughts are cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You stay motivated, you stay disciplined, you show that best self however way you can, because it really doesn't matter. Life's going to give you whatever anyway. So you might as well show up the best self internally, sending out good energy in whatever you do. And I love this quote from a Chinese philosopher. I forgot to get his friggin' name. I think I got it on Instagram. I forgot it again. But this life that we all desire, this life of peace and abundance and joy, I mean, it's totally attainable. It really is. It's completely and utterly up to you to make the conscious choice. The conscious choice every day to wake up to be that best self. No matter what's going on in your life. Remember, what's going on now is just a reflection of your past thoughts. I mean, to me, that is a revelation of self. What's going on now is just your past thinking coming into matter, and which is great, because now you have control of that reality by understanding the parts, man, understanding what's going on under the hood, understanding who you are, and you can change who you are. You can change that person into something even better, but it requires indeed motivation, yes, but discipline, and a persistence is key. If you keep doing that every day, you're going to experience what this philosopher said. He said, your new life is going to cost you your old one. It will cost you your comfort and a sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and or understood. It doesn't matter if you're going to overthink. Then overthink. Just like I said before, nothing wrong with overthinking. But how do you feel about what you're thinking about is what you're going to create from that. If you're going through overthink, then overthink. The positives, overthink the best outcome. Overthink how good life could be. Overthink how peaceful it would feel if things slowly and quietly worked out. Because the mind has a habit. It leans towards fear. It replays the past. It worries about the future that hasn't arrived. I mean, how many of you can attest to that? I mean, this is the thing. This whole aspect that I bring to with America's Mentor has been my own process for years now. I've come on here and I've shown the world who I am and how I've grown over these past years that I've been doing this. I think over 1,000 shows here on America's Mentor. And every single time, I can honestly say, you're learning something new. So be open. Be an open book to keep learning about yourself, because you're going to make this I call life as like a big soundboard. If you go to a rock concert, you see these big soundboards. They adjust the sound and energy frequencies that are coming from the stage. We have that same ability in our life. It's you tweaking that every single day until you find the right vibration to live in. And if you keep learning about it and you keep understanding what's going on in your life and what you're attracting and creating, that's when you start making changes. But the process, it might hurt. And this is what scares people, because they're the mind becomes so used to patterns, these infinity loop patterns that we dwell upon every single day. I get it. There's nothing wrong with habit, but you can create a new one. You can definitely create a new one. You can create a new one with the thoughts of that person you've always wanted to become. And because the minute you start dwelling in that state of mind, remember, it's all about state of mind here, creating the feelings and emitting the energy. You keep doing that every single day. Life is going to show you more of that. You become more observant. That is called experience. Transformation, indeed, is a journey. So it doesn't matter what kind of goals you have. Understand, you're going to go through this process of bringing stuff in, letting stuff go. And if you keep doing that, you're eventually going to match everything up with all you've ever wanted in your life. But you have to keep doing it. But the mind's going to keep going back to the old pattern. This is where discipline is key. You keep creating your own new loop. That's why I do this intentionally. I live with intention every single day. Yeah, some days suck, man, but it doesn't mean I have to feel that way. I'm gonna emit the same energy I've always wanted to, indeed, and get out of the situation so it doesn't disrupt who I truly am. So he goes on to say, as I digress again from this, we imagine the worst case scenarios. We revisit old mistakes. We carry tomorrow's weight before it's real. We're literally preempting our future. So why not think of a future that you've always wanted, man? Why can't you just step out of the box to be that best self? This is the choices that we have every day. This is the collective choice that we have to create anything we desire. But it all relies on ourselves. We have to take full responsibility for who we are in that moment and keep sharing that moment with the world every day. Authenticity. I mean, the most successful people, and they had a story about Ozzy the other day, and Sharon was saying how authentic he was. He was never trying to be anything else. He was just there. He was being himself. And guess what he did? He changed the lives of millions of people. You don't have to change the lives of millions of people. You focus on yourself, and the world's going to react to that authentic self. So how do you become authentic? By choosing to be authentic, by letting your soul speak, by letting your mind run in ways you want it to run. Using every aspect, invoking every atom, every photon to spark these atoms to ignite and attract to you exactly what you desire. You can have it before you have it. And you got to have it before you have it. You got to embrace the actual feeling of the goal or desire you want before you can ever attain it. You have to become wealthy inside to receive wealth outside. You have to become loving inside to receive the love you want outside. We were all taught backwards. We were all taught to hustle and grind and really literally work ourselves to death. I don't know who implemented that. There's many people out there that say this did and that did, but it doesn't really matter now because we have the internet. And there's a lot of influencers out there. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of ways that you cater to your own needs. It's you pushing that narrative every day, pushing that best self out there every day, and life can only give you more of that. But it's understanding how all the parts work. That really, this is like the boring part that most people don't want to get involved with. But to me, understanding how I work is vital, because now I know I got to adjust this. I got to feel that. I got to move this in my life, because to get what I truly desire, I'm going to enjoy the journey because I already have what I desire in here. All I got to do is emit the feelings from it. Inspired action flows from it. That's how easy it is. But it takes dedication, practice, and meaning of your life to really say, wait, I'm just done with this shit. I just really want to be that best self. I want to attract to me everything, everyone that matches my frequency. And there you go, man. This is how life works. This is the beauty of it. It's you making the choice to say, this is who I am, the authentic self. I'm going to push that narrative every day. I'm going to let life give me exactly what I give it. And there's no more excuses anymore. If you're sick because you're thinking sick thoughts all the time, if you're attracting good in your life because you're thinking good and attracting good in your life, you're making the choice every day to think from a scale of a positive level or a scale of a sickly level. You have that choice. We really do. And there's no more excuses to say my life is a shit show. Yeah, because you keep opening the curtain every day. You're painting the canvas of that person that things have happened to you, and you wonder why life is a shit show. You can't make that excuse anymore. We really can't, because now the information is everywhere. It really is. There's no more struggle. You really can heal yourself. You really can have all you truly desire. You really can attract everything that you've always wanted in your life. But it's a disciplined, conscious choice every minute of every day. It's not hard, guys. It's really not. It's just turning from one habit and creating a new one. Then your mind starts to wrap around that new habit. Your brain rewires to match that new habit. And there you go. Unnatural to natural. So happy Thursday to you guys. I hope this helped. And what I forget most important here tonight, William James. Oh, I friggin' love this guy. I love this. This is not even the quote box. I love this. And this is, he proves my point. Give your dreams all you've got. Give your dreams all you got, and you'll be amazed at the energy that comes out of you. This is 100 years ago. This guy is shouting from the rooftops. He's saying, give it all, and guess what? You're going to receive it all. Happy Thursday, guys. America's Mentor _radio, Instagram, hashtag. What's up with the Jackson subscribers on YouTube? YouTube must love me today, man, guys. Much love to you. Subscribe to my YouTube. Over 1,000 videos on there. Hashtag America's Mentor. Instagram, I love you guys. Twitter, not even Twitter. Why do I keep saying Twitter? It's X. I'm done. Thursday. Enjoy your night, guys. I'll see you soon, man.